episode 3711, and then.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're ready for an extraordinary day because we're talking about your mind, body, and spirit, all about your well-being. Where are you with your healthy habits? Do you need a fresh start? Oh, wait. And then, for those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. When was the last time you completed a healthy living goal or a task, thinking that when you did it, it would be your everything? You've arrived. You're writing your story and your story gets better and better and better. And it's like, ta-da! You know, when the little kids come, I've been playing with my granddaughter and she just loves to hold up her hands. And not only is she this big, but it's ta-da! Or have you? Have you really arrived? Have you had your ta-da moment in your healthy living lifestyle? Completion of one thing needs to be the stepping stone to your next thing, building on your momentum. And then, think about it. Have you ever achieved that major or minor health goal and thought, this is it, I've made it? Okay, maybe if you're looking at a number on the scale or you're able to fit in a certain number of jeans, but what about what comes next? That's where the magic truly happens. It's in the and then. Completing a health goal is just the beginning. It really is. It's the momentum you build after that propels you towards your next achievement. I think about writing a book because I'm in the middle of it. And I think about our life story and how we write it every single day. And we get a choice as to what we put in our mouth. We get a choice as to how we move. We get a choice as to what we buy at the grocery store. I went to the grocery store late a couple of nights ago, and it was literally right before it closed. And I was going to be traveling. I needed to get some things for the kiddos that were, not traveling with me, and I needed stuff to take on the road. And because I'm driving, of course, I drive everywhere. It's just easier that way, but we'll leave that for another episode. And so I'm getting things, and it's like the overhead thing says 5 minutes till closing. And all of a sudden you hear the hurry scurry of everybody, the shopping carts. And there weren't that many people in the store. There were probably maybe 20, if that. Now, I'm saying that it's actually shopping, not the workers, but the shoppers. And I thought about that in comparison to our health. It's like, we get the ding, 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 and it's like, oh, wait, it's a wedding date, or it's going to be swimsuit season, or it's going to be graduation, or it's going to be whatever it is for you, an anniversary, right? A specific time and place. It's the ding, 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 the 5 minutes. But what happens after that? Do you go back to, well, okay, we're just going to go back to knowing what I did. The bad habits are going to die harder. And so we're just going to live them out. How do you keep that momentum going? That healthy living, that vibrant feeling that you had when you were doing what you knew your body needed to do? How do you stay focused on your personal priorities and live with purpose in your everyday? I know it's hard. It's one I kind of sit around and contemplate quite frequently. I've been in a season of chaos, honestly. Some good, some bad, and some in between. And we all have those seasons, but this season for me has been one that I cannot control. It didn't matter what I did. I wasn't the party that controlled everything, but I was a part of what needed to happen. And that's really, really challenging. And I was doing so good at staying on top of things. But can I just be honest with you? The last 10 months has not been so great. And my health has kind of gone like it's just diving in the deep end. Not really great. But you know what? Your life's journey, my life's journey, we deserve to be fully alive, fully living from nourishing our mind, body, and spirit. Why would we not settle for greatness? But I think sometimes it's okay that we settle for mediocrity. even though greatness awaits? What is it for you? How are you living out your everyday? Do you do well all the time? If so, I'm serious. Give yourself a pat on the back, a celebration, a woohoo, like I'm doing this. And that's wonderful. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are challenged. For me, I've got a lot of genetics against me. And that's not an excuse, it's a fact. And I have done crazy things to reset my life in my body. But I reminded my husband this past weekend over the holidays. I said, you know what? This body gave you 5 healthy babies. And he looked at me and he said, yes, it did. And I just smiled. I was like, you know what? Even though I may not like where I am right now, where I sit, where I stand, how I look or see myself in the mirror, that doesn't mean I can't love who I am right now. Yeah, I got an extra roll or two. All of us do somewhere. I don't think anybody's absolutely positively happy with their body 100%. We always can do better. But here's the thing. We can't keep going on this roller coaster because you know what? I've been on those too. That was about 2 weeks ago. My husband and I, we were in Florida and we had the opportunity to go to the preview event at Universal for Epic Universe. And no, it wasn't epic, all right. Yes, it was. We went on a roller coaster and one was great and the other one I was like, well, maybe I wouldn't have gone on that one because they told us it was a simulator. It was not a simulator. We moved everywhere. I'm like, I don't know what world she grew up in, but she does not know the meaning of simulator. The gal, we asked her because it was getting late in the day and neither of us really wanted to have that twist and turn and pull on our neck and body and hips and all of that jazz. And you know what? I feel like that's what we do in our life. We've got all this stuff pulling against us. We're literally on a roller coaster. Sometimes we got to step off. Oh, not sometimes, always. We got to get off that roller coaster and say, you know what? I'm ready to take that one step at a time that leads to miles of greatness. Those miles are for me to trek. The key is to strive for more, to push beyond boundaries, and to explore the vast possibilities that lie ahead because you are made for more. So you got to keep your wheels turning. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. Keep your wheels turning. I think there's a song that goes something like that, but we won't sing it today. You got to keep the momentum or you're going to stall out. Your engine's going to go bloop, 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 bloop. And nothing's going to happen. And you may be 6 feet under or 2 feet into a wall. Seriously. I mean, I know that sounds horrible. But I'm at the age in my life where I've got to look to see, do I allow my body just to do whatever it wants to do? Meaning, okay, yeah, I can go grab all of this crazy CRAP that's out there that I can buy, spend my money on, fructose corn syrup and all these things that are just like bad for my body. I can eat gluten and bread till I'm, 6 months pregnant. Ridiculous. But you know what? We do it. We do it for what? That 30 seconds of fame for our mouth? Like, oh, you ate it. You finally ate it. You've arrived. Only to be miserable the next 3 months. Why? Because if you had momentum going, what happens? You stall out because you stopped it. You had a taste of it. And there you go. You're off the deep end. The idea for healthy living is not about all the stuff you buy and supplements you take. That's all good. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't keep your wheels turning, everything is going to stop you. Everything. That high fructose corn syrup, it's going to taste better and better every single time you have that little morsel. Why not learn to make stuff without that? And yes, maybe it costs a little bit more or maybe it doesn't because guess what? You don't need that much. I've decided eating like a bird is a really good thing for me, so I'm going to be a bird. And I have this thing with cardinals, so I'm like, I'm going to eat like a cardinal. Not exactly, but kind of. What is it for you? Because I'm here to remind you, you are worth more. You're worth more than that high fructose corn syrup. You're worth more than any half gallon of ice cream that you love or that root beer float. Man, those root beer floats get me every single time. But I will tell you, I haven't had a root beer float in a long time. And if you haven't listened to me from the very, 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 very beginning, that was one of my addictions. One thing that I loved after I put everybody to bed, hubby asleep, I did my work. It was about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like kind of hungry. Why not have a root beer float? I could taste it now. But I will tell you, I've not had a root beer float I really have to think about that. Honestly, it's been at least 2, maybe 3 years or more. Like seriously, I just don't do it anymore. But does that mean I'm living a perfect, healthy lifestyle? No. Are you? Like seriously, be honest with yourself because you are worth more. And I want you to hear that today. If you hear nothing else that I say, you are worth more. So when you have those temptations, I want you to play my voice in your head. This is Christiane telling you, you're worth more. You're worth more. Walk away. You've got something better to live for. You're worth more. You got this. You're amazing. You're incredible. You have a dream. Chase that dream. Don't chase the addiction, whether it's to food, a drink, whatever it is when it comes to healthy living. Maybe you're too addicted to your fitness routine. Maybe you need to pull back a little bit. You're getting older. We should be getting wiser. If you can't keep that protein up and keep it high, you better watch how much strength training you do because you are tearing down your muscle. And if you're not replenishing it, it's not going to build itself. So you got to think about that too. Sometimes the good in what we do can end up being bad. We got to look at it. I know I'm dealing with a couple things that I used to do. I pounded the pavement. Yep, I'm paying for it now. I got a hip that doesn't like me. But it's okay. We're doing some exercises. We're getting there. We'll see. One step at a time, they'll lead to miles of greatness. What steps are you taking to keep your wheels turning? What does it look like in real life? Number 1, celebrate the achievement. When you've accomplished something, you got to celebrate it, acknowledge it. Reflect on the effort and the time and the dedication it took to achieve that goal or to complete the task. This celebration can boost your confidence and provide a sense of fulfillment, easing any feelings of anxiety or apprehension about moving on to the next task. Also, when you celebrate it, if you're going through your scrolling thing on social media and something else pops up about someone else, I want you to scroll to your own highlights in your mind. And it's like, I did this. Doesn't look the same. That's okay. But you achieve something. You don't have to put it out on the internet. You don't have to put it out all over social media. You can keep a joy jar for yourself and say, you know what, this is what it is. You know what, that's what I'm starting for me. Every single time I was like, okay, I've had my shake. I've done my workout. I've cleaned the house, whatever it is. I'm making a joy jar for me. I used to do it all the time for the kids. What about mom? What about grandma? What about wifey here? Like, I need to do something for me. So celebrate the achievement. Number 2, set clear goals for the next task. Yes, you need to have them for the current one, but you've already gotten past that one, right? So now it's the next one. So define clear and achievable goals. Break down the larger goal into smaller, manageable steps. This sounds easy, but we still don't do it. Nope, we don't. And when you do that, though, and you have those manageable steps, it makes the transition feel less overwhelming. It's not like, deer in the headlight moments. It's angels singing instead that says, you got this. This approach helps to maintain motivation, and it provides this roadmap for success. And quite frankly, it reduces feelings of uncertainty or doubt. Can I do this? I don't know. Man, if I go to my joy jar, I finish this. I think I can do this. I know I can do this. Wait. If she can do this, I can do it. We got this. I'm going to do it. And there you go. You're setting yourself up for success. And it starts, yes, in the mind and heart, connecting. That 16 to 18-inch drop there is important. And then finally, number 3, and I mean this sincerely, practice mindfulness and self-compassion. We talk about compassion a lot for others, being kind. But you've got to turn the tables. Embrace mindfulness techniques to stay present. Like, pay attention to what somebody is telling you. I've been having fun with our grandbabies and my little minis. Oh my goodness, they are just the joy of my life. So are my children. But there's something about minis. And when you have a grandbaby, you will understand. And it's one of those things where they call your name and it's like you're just drawn to them. And not that you weren't as a mom right? You heard mom, mom, you would come to it, right? At any cry, nighttime, daytime, midtime, whatever time, you were there. But those grandbabies, it's like 100 times the volume, and it echoes and it echoes and it echoes. And you're like, yes, and you want to be so present with them. You're hanging on every single word. I mean, when my granddaughter comes and she's just turned 19 months, oh my goodness, she is a doll, literally and figuratively. And when she comes in for the sweetest hug, I can't help but be like, I'm not always going to get this moment. So just be here for a moment, be present. Ground yourself. Everything else can fade away. But this hug, hold it forever. We've got to understand our emotions too, and they're going to go up and down and all around like a roller coaster. Whether it's excitement, nervousness, or even fear of failure. Maybe you're like, if I succeed, that means I got to go to the next step. It's easy to fail than it is to succeed. Ooh, take that one home for the bank. Seriously. So practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with that kindness and understanding. And foster this positive mindset that says, yes, I can get to the next step. I've been traveling a lot here in the month of May. Love it, but I'm ready for it to end because we've got a new season coming up. And it's going to be a fast-moving one. And I'm ready for it. But in that, I also have to be ready in other areas. And one of that is my health. I've got to put that as a priority, and I am. But I got one more trip. We're on the road right now, and we're going to get through this, and then we're going to focus. And some people are like, well, why are you waiting? Well, honestly, I'm on the road, and it's really hard. I do a lot on the road. And so I went shopping for my waters and my fruits and vegetables and whatever I take with me. I take a thermos with me. Like I take and pack. I drive so I can take whatever I want, however I want, and it's ready. I don't even have to do anything when I get there. Sometimes I even take my own microwave. I know, don't tell the hotels that I stay at. Seriously. But sometimes they don't have a microwave, so I just bring my own in. No, they don't see it's a microwave. It's in a box. And I know some of you are yelling at me right now saying, you can just ask and have it added to your bill. I know, but you know what? I want the control. That's what I want. So I just bring my own. It's not a big deal. Between that, my microwave, my Vitamix, I mean, it's me just kind of on the road. And I've even taken a hot plate before, an induction plate. All right, we'll leave that whole thing for another episode. In fact, maybe we should do that next week. I'll try to make a note of that. How do you travel and still eat healthy? Because it is hard. And if you have a family, whether they're older or younger, you got to plan it out. And you can do it and not break the bank. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. I'll make a note of that. All right, so what are you doing here? What's your and then in life? What's next for you? What actions can you take today that will shape your tomorrow? Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it is adding more vegetables. Or maybe it's taking them out. Why? Because you're eating too much and you need more protein. What is it for you? Maybe it's intentional movement. Maybe you just got to stretch more. My grandson is so adorable. He's like, okay, Grandma, I'm going to stretch right now. And he lifts up his hands and sometimes he puts out his arm one way and his foot the other way. And I'm always thinking he's going to fall over, but he's learning balance. And he's like, look at me, Grandma, I'm stretching. And he goes, "Urgh." And I think, man, I need to stretch like that. We all need to stretch more. If you could stretch 3 times a day, it would be amazing for your body. So when you take time to celebrate those achievements, set those next clear goals and practice mindfulness, connecting your mind and your heart together, be kind to yourself, you can go from one thing to the next without interruption or pause. Momentum is on your side, my friend, when you keep your wheels turning. Oh, come on. And then go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.